Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In the previous video we have discussed about spermatogenesis and gametogenesis. So here another topic related to human reproduction is what is menstrual cycle. So we will discuss here about menstrual cycle. So it is a kind of reproductive cycle which occurs in female primates, that is for example in monkeys, in apes and in human beings. So in female primates one type of reproductive cycle is found which is known as menstrual cycle, and in human menstruation is repeated at an average interval of about 28 to 29 days, and the cycle of events starting from one menstruation till the next one, that cycle is known as menstrual cycle. And also the first menstruation begins at puberty. Puberty means the individual when it attain the complete maturation, means reproductive maturation, so that period is known as puberty. So the first menstruations begin at that stage, so that first menstruation is known as menarche. So now let us see in detail how the menstrual cycles takes place in female individual. So here we should keep in mind that menstruations involves three phases. So what are they? They are menstrual phase, follicular phase or proliferative phase, and luteal phase or secretory phase. And also we should keep in mind that four changes takes place during menstruation period. So first is in uterine, this is uterine events, means the changes takes place in uterus, in endometrial wall, and in the levels of ovarian hormone levels, that is estrogen and progesterone, and also the ovarian events, so that is the changes what takes place in the ovary. So we will see that how the changes in ovary takes place during menstruation cycle. And also there are two kinds of pituitary hormone, that is follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. So these two hormones, how they fluctuate during the menstruation period, their levels we will see. So in menstruation phase it lasts for 3 to 5 days, and here menstrual flow, because due to the breakdown of endometrial lining of the uterus and its blood vessels which forms liquids comes out through the vagina as a bleeding. So during this period the menstrual flow takes place. And another thing is this, that menstruations only occurs if the released ovum is not fertilized. So we will see that on the 14th day here we can see the Graafian follicles. The Graafian follicles get ruptured by a process known as ovulations, and it releases secondary oocyte, and finally from there ovum is released. So this process is known as ovulations. So this egg which is released, if not fertilized, then menstruation will take place. Otherwise lack of menstruations means it is an indicative of pregnancy. So later phase after menstrual phase is follicular phase, also known as proliferative phase, because in this phase the primary follicle in the ovaries grow fully, or means completely it get matured, that is known as Graafian follicles, and due to the proliferation at this stage the Graafian follicles get matured. So here you can see the changes as the phases increases, the time increases, so the follicle is developing gradually. So this is how the changes takes place. And also if we look into the endometrial wall, it is increasing as the estrogen and progesterone level is almost similar, but estrogen levels got high on the 14th day, and also the pituitary hormone, especially luteinizing hormones, get highest peak on the 14th day. So due to these changes, the mature Graafian follicles get ruptured and the ovum get released on the 14th day. Next, as we know that the changes of what called in menstrual cycles needs pituitary and ovarian hormones. So gonadotropin releasing hormones, that is gonadotropin hormones, luteinizing hormone and follicular stimulating hormones, gradually increases during follicular phase and stimulates development as well as secretions of estrogens by the growing follicles. And about 14th day, both luteinizing hormone and follicular stimulating hormones attain a peak level in the middle of the cycle. So due to that increase in luteinizing hormone on 14th day, it is known as LH surge, and due to this LH surge, it causes rupture of Graafian follicles, which finally release the ovum. That process is known as ovulation. So after ovulations, the another phase starts, that is known as luteinizing phase or luteal phase or secretory phase. So in this phase, the remaining part of Graafian follicles get transformed into another structure that is known as corpus luteum. So especially corpus luteum releases large amount of progesterone and another ovarian hormones which maintain the endometrial wall of uterus. So such an endometrium is necessary for implantations of the fertilized ovum and also other events of the pregnancy. Next, during pregnancy, all events of the menstrual cycles stops and there is no menstruation. So during pregnancy, menstruation cycle does not take place. So in the absence of fertilizations, means when sperm and ovum does not get fertilized, during that time the corpus luteum degenerates and this causes disintegrations of the endometrium leading to the menstruations and it causes another cycle. So in human beings, menstrual cycles stops around 50 years of age and that is termed as menopause. So cyclic menstruation is an indicative of normal reproductive phase. So if the normal menstruation cycle is taking place cyclically, means periodically, then it is a sign of normal reproductive health of an individual, of female. Another thing, let us see some facts about menstrual cycle. So we have seen that follicular stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen hormone and progesterone hormones control the menstrual cycle. If puberty starts early, then it is known as precocious puberty and it has been seen in 6-year-old child. There is a term dysmenorrhea which is used for painful menses and also menorrhagia which is a term used for excessive menstruations. Another term is oligomenorrhea which is used for sparse or infrequent menstruation, and another term that is amenorrhea which is used for non-occurrence of menses. So these are some terms related to menstrual cycle. And another cycle which is found in female non-primate mammals, that is known as estrus cycle. So it is a series of cyclic changes that are found in the ovaries, reproductive tract and hormones of female non-primate mammalians. For example, in cows, dogs, cats, horses, buffalo, in these animals estrus cycles are found. So during this period the female receives the male and at the end of estrus the lining of reproductive tract is sloughed off, and however there is no menstruation, means no bleeding takes place, so the sloughed off tissues are absorbed and the estrus cycle is followed by a passive period which is known as anestrus. So this is all about menstrual cycles. So I hope this video will be helpful for you. At the end, I would like to say that keep watching my videos, like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for your time.